Yeah, so Sonic Frontiers, it's looking pretty good. Now, from the first time that I heard that this game was going to be open world, I had a lot of concerns, and it looks like they're playing into those concerns. Just from the footage I've seen, the gameplay seems very contradictory. They want you to go fast and explore the open world, but they also keep forcing you to slow down and collect items or solve puzzles. And the control scheme seems ripped straight out of the Boost games, or at least Forces, so slowing down just kind of seems like a chore. It reminds me of how Sonic Unleashed handled its Sun and Moon medals. It was just annoying. Sonic Heroes also slowed you down a lot, but the difference is that Heroes was designed with this in mind. In Heroes, when you need to go fast, you switch to the speed character, but when you need to slow down, you're supposed to switch to the power or flight character. The entire game's mechanic revolved around knowing when to switch between your characters, who each excelled at a different aspect of platforming. In Frontiers, you're just Sonic the whole time, and from the looks of it, Sonic's moveset wasn't changed to accommodate for the game's design. Look at when Sonic tries to go slow. It's like the player is fighting against the game's urge to move you fast. Even the walking animation doesn't fit, it's not on time. It's like the devs want to have their cake and eat it too. The open world also looks bland, which in Sonic's case may just be to accommodate for his speed, but even the aesthetic of the level is uninteresting. Not every Sonic level has to be super whimsical or bouncy, but even Unleashed was able to give its realistic environment some sort of personality. In Unleashed, everything was so vibrant, the inhabitants were cartoony, the music fit each location while still being distinctly Sonic. What's more, Unleashed's more compact level design made it seem like there was more going on at once. Frontiers wants to make you have that serene Breath of the Wild moment, but it just comes off as boring. I don't mind the rings and collectibles so much, but the grind rails in midair look so out of place. This was okay in previous games because the linear level design made it so that we rarely thought about this stuff after we passed it, unless it was like a dedicated grind rail level like Real Canyon or Bullet Station. In this game, though, we are constantly going to be passing by each set piece, and because of this, we will constantly be seeing random grind rails in midair. It just does not fit with this natural and open environment. It would have been way better if each grind rail was incorporated naturally into the game's level design. Something like the stairs in Sonic Adventure 2, where the grind rails were attached to the stair rails. Something I noticed a lot when I used to watch people play open world Sonic fan games and engine demos is that the levels are always so aimless. The game wants you to have your own fun messing with its level design, but forgets to hand you a meaningful objective to work towards. Because of this, it never feels like you're getting any better at the game or even progressing at all. The game ends up becoming barren and lifeless. Linear level design always seemed to benefit Sonic in the past because it was the most natural way to keep your speed up while still preventing you from veering too far off where you're supposed to go. It gave you speed and direction, like a vector. You would sometimes be given a choice between multiple pathways, but they would always lead to the same destination and were more so just tests of skill. See if you can get to the higher pathway if you're good enough. This doesn't necessarily mean the more linear Sonic is, the better. Forces prove that. But some level of linearity is usually needed to give the player purpose. Frontiers seems to be falling into the same trap as those fan games because I'm not seeing much of any type of progress here. Maybe you'll have more direction in the final game when you're actually playing it. But the thing about having an open world game is, leaving a lot of things up to you. Breath of the Wild, a lot of it was up to you. You could go to the final boss immediately, or you could go around and explore. And that just does not seem to fit with Sonic, who's all about going fast and moving forward. They seem like two contradictory ideas. So it looks like they're using the Sonic Forces model and animations, which don't look great. Remember when King Dedede was changed a bit in Forgotten Land to fit with the rest of the Beast Pack? It wasn't a major change, but it was noticeable enough to make a difference. Sonic here was not changed to fit his environment, and he not only looks out of place, but cheap. Yeah, it's not the most important thing in the world, but I don't like it. Sonic looks incredibly rigid and can't even do tricks properly. It just lacks personality. Speaking of personality, what's with those terrible 3D models of Sonic they're using in the recent promotional images? They're awful. Just bring back the adventure art. Yeah, this game doesn't look great so far. It's boring, it's janky, it just doesn't look fun at all. I mean, yeah, I guess we'll have to see until the final game releases, and I know some people are like, maybe it's beta, maybe this is just early footage. Maybe it's better. But I'd rather worry about the bird in the hand than the two in the bush. I'm not going to judge the game based on something I don't know about it. And this is Sonic Team, so yeah, I don't have a lot of trust. Yeah, I don't have too much confidence in this game. We'll see what happens, but